This is the new fighter class. We're going to do one of these every week. I'm going to experiment with recording them and putting them on YouTube so that way you guys can look back at them later if you like. Alright, so today we're going to cover some really basic stuff. We're going to do the basic A-frame defense. We're going to do the difference between offensive legwork and defensive legwork and the leg chop. So, when we're fighting, shoulder, and our sword is going to be about shoulder level, maybe a little bit lower, out like this, covering if someone wants to swing in on me like this. It's going to be right there. Your sword is going to be ready to swing from its position, so it's going to be chambered, so that way I don't have to do anything like, that to swing. It's going to be here, and I can move straight into swings. That way I don't telegraph. Alright, any questions on where the shield or the sword should be placed? Alright, so one more thing about the shield placement. We're going to look at my arm. It's not like parallel to my body like this. There's a little bit of tilt to it. Okay? With a creative interpretation, this looks kind of like the letter A, hence why it's called an A-frame. Alright, now, thank you. Getting into our stance, we've got two different stances we can choose from. One is more defensive, one is more aggressive. So if our shield leg is forward, that's called the defensive stance. And I find that it's just easier to roll your shield around when your shield leg is forward. Your hips are a little bit more open to your shield moving. Also, your shield is closer to your opponent than your body is, so it's easier to block. But your sword is a little bit removed from your opponent, so it can be harder to hit them. So there's pros and cons to that stance. If you have your sword leg forward, that's what we call the aggressive stance. And here, my sword is a little bit closer to my opponent, so I can hit them a bit easier. But my body is also closer to them, so they can hit me easier. So if I intend on swinging a lot, I might stand like this, beneath block, might stand like this, and I might switch depending on the situation. When we're standing with our legs, a good rule is we have our lead foot pointed at our opponent or the direction we want to move. That way we don't risk turning our knee or our ankle or anything like that. We have our back foot pointed out about 45 degrees-ish, and they're about shoulder width apart. And then we also bend our knees. Any questions about the stance? Okay. Next, we're going to look at one of the 5 basic shots. This one is the leg chop. Patrick, I will use you to hit. Alright. Whatever. So the leg chop comes from my sword side and hits him on his shield side if he's right-handed fighter. There's a couple of elements to this swing that we want to note. I'm going to show you how to do it wrong first. So wrong is if I treat this like a baseball bat and I come around with this big wind-filling swing and I swing for his leg. That is really slow, it's really easy to see, and it's really easy to block. It's also really easy to kill me when I do that. So, I'm going to swing a little bit more directly, and this is going to be a theme for every single one of our swings in the 5 basic shots. So, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to have my sword chambered. When I swing at Badrick, I'm going to extend my arm and extend the sword. And it'll look like that. Alright, so no big, huge windmilling movement. When we get better, we're going to put our shoulders into this. So we're going to turn our shoulders into the shot. When we get better, we're going to turn our hips into the shot. And when we get even better, we're going to also maybe even step with the shot. That'll help us get more power and better range. And when we're really good, we're going to, oh dear, all right. We're going to slightly lead the motion with our sword, and then we're going to follow with the rest of our body mechanics. If I'm stepping, the swing and the step will land at the same time. That's really nuanced stuff. So when you're learning, just get the arm movement down first, and then add in the body mechanics as it becomes more comfortable. So once again, we're gonna watch this elbow. This elbow just pushes. Okay, doesn't need to come around in a big old swing. Any questions about leg chop? All right.
What if someone is left-handed?
Same thing, leg chop.
Motion is the same.
Motion is the same. Let's say the right leg is forward. My right leg is forward. You chamber it.
So
Keep it here. Keep it in your A-frame. From there, drop it. Just boom. Okay. And make sure you keep eye contact with it, but like keep your peripheral so you don't telegraph it. Drop it. Okay. Same there.
All right. So let's go